What's up guys, welcome back to another Kengan Omega What If battle. Today we're doing Gaolang vs Hatsumi and their current state in Kengan Omega, with me theorizing what their power would be like during the current chapter 55 climate of the story. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Like all my What If battles I'm going to do, I got this suggestion from my comment on my last video, Wakatsuki vs Kurirayan, so make sure to leave a comment of what you want my next What If battle to be. You can keep it out of, you can put it out of the Kengan verse, but try to keep it in. And that's it guys. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord if you want to talk more about these What If battles. Link in the description, and let's go. So Gaolang's age currently in Omega is 30, his height is 187 centimeters, and his weight is 91 kilograms. For Hatsumi, his age is 43 in Omega, height is 178, and weight is 80 kg. So as a whole, Gaolang has a height and weight advantage over Hatsumi, and Hatsumi has an age advantage, with his wins being 41 and Kengan losses being 16, with Gaolang being 1 win and 1 loss. The one thing these two have in common is that during the Annihilation Tournament, they both were defeated by the Fang of Metsudo. That's the mainly matchup point they have to all for comparison. But as I said at the start of the video, I'm using current Omega stats, or I might twist it around for Hatsumi, because currently in Omega, this is all we've seen of him. It's mentioned around a year after the Annihilation Tournament, Hatsumi was known to have traveled to China, but his whereabouts from there is currently unknown. So from a year onwards, no one in the Kengan side of things know where Hatsumi is, and he is not participating, as we know currently, against the Purgatory and Kengan fight. While Gaolang just currently has been the first out of the first two, him and Wakatsuki, to be selected for the Kengan side to fight Purgatory. And with the one panel we've seen Gaolang, we saw him running, so training up his stamina even more than what it already was. So you can assume that Gaolang continued to train after these 2 years, so you can assume that he's above what he was in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament. So the fight's going to go two ways. Hatsumi, only way he's going to win if he is in his prime and perfect calm state, because as we know, he'll lose against people far weaker than Gaolang if he's not in his full confident state. He's stated to be Fang level, or was a candidate for Fang, but he refused if he's in his perfect confident state. Even when he thought he was in that confident state, he did face defeat against the Fang of Metsudo in the Annihilation Tournament, but still that doesn't put him out. Good to mention that Hatsumi did fight the superior Fang, the more evolved Fang, after he went against after Fang went up against Gaolang and took a quite big beating and like pretty much reinvented himself. In my opinion, the best fight in the whole show. I'll go over Hatsumi's power and techniques first, then I'll go over Gaolang. So Hatsumi is an extremely powerful individual. In addition to his incredible physical speed and striking power, his key strength is his unpredictability, his self-taught original moves, and his erratic behavior, making him impossible to read in battle. So they may cause a trouble for Gaolang, who tends to use the power of reading people's abilities to get an edge over people. His main technique is the Hatsumi style called Aikido, and it's more of a light martial arts style where it's not like raw strength, it's more like light, extremely technique based, and they're slowly outmaneuvering people with like light attacks pretty much, and then going in for the big triple strikes that he does, which is his other one, Gathering Cloud's triple strike, as like a finishing blow. He's noted to have the same experience as Wakatsuki, going up against him in many times and defeating Wakatsuki in battle in his prime with his light style, as Wakatsuki has a weakness to that. For Gaolang's fighting style, he's a pretty much top tier boxer in the world, and he's a top tier Muay Thai fighter in the world. So those two martial arts groups, he's top at those, and he has one named technique that we've seen him use known as Flash. Gaolang uses a boxing move while being weighed down by gloves. He can fire a quick 13 jab, similar to Hatsumi's 3-hit combo, but a lot more powerful as a whole, I would have to say. Hatsumi does have other techniques, but I don't really need to go into detail of them. They're all just based around regular stuff, but this more into his unreadable, irregular style. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, it's taking place current chapter 55 of Omega, so we don't know what Hatsumi's power level is. He stronger than he was in the Annihilation Tournament, or has he taken the defeats very to heart and just got weaker and weaker and isn't at his prime currently? I'm going to split it up into two parts. If he's not at his prime, or at a weaker state than what he was fighting the Fang in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament, Gaolang will win the fight. It won't be easy difficulty, but it'll be above mid difficulty if he isn't at his prime currently. Gaolang just has too much stamina and just the will to not to mess up during battle, and then when needed to combine his boxing and Muay Thai techniques to just outmaneuver him. I believe Gaolang has an extreme amount of more stamina and the ability to use his foresight to at least outmaneuver some of his Hatsumi's irregular techniques to take an advantage. So if that's the case, I believe believe Gaolang will win if he isn't at his prime. But say if he is at his prime, if he's at even a more advanced state than what he was when he sparred with Oma to get ready for the Kano fight, I believe it will be an extreme top tier fight, so high difficulty, high tier. But if he is that, I think Hatsumi will be able to win the fight. This is purely based on how irregular his techniques are stated to be, and that how hard it will be for Gaolang to read what's going on pretty much. It could go either way, but at the end, I think if Hatsumi puts everything into the fight, as I said, this is going to be a death battle to the death, so there's no like messing around. If Hatsumi is able to stay calm and use all his techniques to his best ability, he'll be able to win the thing in extreme difficulty. There's one thing to talk about before finally coming up to a major conclusion, and that is Hatsumi's ability to dodge as well as Gaolang's ability to dodge. Hatsumi is known for being able to dodge and evade attacks at the last second, while Gaolang is able to read opponent's move to be able to dodge beforehand of the attack even coming towards him. So if they were to go in a battle together, I think the only way Hatsumi will be able to stay on top during the fight if he's able to evade the first couple attacks and then overpower him with the Aikido style and be able to slowly take grasp of the fight and use his minimal effort martial arts to overwhelm Gaolang. But while saying that, if he wants to do any major damage to Gaolang, he's going to need to pull something out that Gaolang won't be able to see whatsoever. That's the only way he's going to be able to win. So if the fight was to lay out, they'll start off pretty light. They won't go too heavy. They won't know anything about each other, or like actually they will know things about each other. They both saw each other's fights, so they will know their martial arts style. But I think Gaolang will start off slow, just getting used to dealing with Hatsumi's slow style. Hatsumi will try and finish it off early, but it won't work due to Gaolang's foresight and seeing the battles in the previous Annihilation tournament. So he'll see that, he will be able to parry many of the attacks, evade them quite easily, and then Gaolang will step it up a bit. He'll maybe start implementing some Mortai things, and even land some hits on Hatsumi with him maybe not taking any direct damaging blows thus far. But as the going gets tougher, if Hatsumi stays calm and sticks to his roots with his martial arts, he'll eventually start warning out Gaolang and dealing some critical blows with his moves getting more unreadable, and as it gets deeper into the fight, Gaolang will be more tired out and have to not rely on too much foresight, and it may fail him. But this is how 9 times out of 10 I think Gaolang will win the battle as a whole, the versus battle. 9 times out of 10 Gaolang will win, but that 1 time out of 10 I think Hatsumi, if he's in perfect condition, perfect form, if he stays calm, he'll win that. So this is what I think. Absolute peak prime Hatsumi is superior to Gaolang, but everything else for Gaolang is superior, and that's what I'm going to go for that. If you enjoyed this what if battle, if you disagree with me, fine, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. If you think maybe Gaolang will stomp or Hatsumi will stomp. As a whole, these two at their peak top prime form are top 5 fighters in all of Kengan, and that's just a fact, simple fact is all that. But the thing is, I think current Omega, their skill ceilings are different. I think Hatsumi's top peak skills ceiling is above Gaolang, just based thanks to his experience and his own martial arts style that's very unknown, and just how it kind of counters Gaolang quite a bit as a whole with his this slow style, with Gaolang trying to keep it nice and sped up pace, is going in for like one of his attacks being 13 punches. It's going to be hard for him to deal with the Hatsumi style. So yep, Hatsumi is going to win that one battle at his absolute peak prime, but if there any other time, if he's not at his peak prime, he'll face defeat thanks to Gaolang. And that's it for today's what if battle. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, there's like, I know, 17 members in it currently. There's Kengan, there's memes, there's not safe for work greatness. If you want to talk about this what if battle or recommend me some other what if battles, just make sure to join the Discord, and I'm always on the Discord, so I'll make sure to reply to anything, and I'll be joining voice chat more often now, so if you want to talk in there as well, make sure to join the Discord. Subscribe if you haven't already. We've got like 5k views on the last video, so like 4k of you can, you know, just subscribe, nice and easy, click that little button, and I'll be making another one in short time. I may do a video on its own about Hatsumi-sen because I haven't done that yet, so if you want that, make sure to leave a like, and of course in the comments make sure to leave your who you want me to do a what if battle on next. It can be outside of Kengan, such as Kenya fighter versus Bucky fighter. If you want me to do that, I'll happily do that, but if you do it in Kengan versus alone, it'll be able to come out faster. And if you haven't already, check out my last what if battle with Wakazuki versus Rayen after this, and yep, that's it guys. Peace.